Laughlin, author of Nameless Queen. Nameless Queen is a book that came out less than 2 weeks ago. It is my first book, and being an author is one of my lifelong dreams. I've been reflecting over what it means to achieve your dreams. I think we like to treat our dreams like it's going to be a moment of self-actualization. What do you do after that? You know, if you dreamed about going to space your entire life and then you did it, what's the point after that? If your entire life builds to a single moment, to a single accomplishment, what happens when you accomplish it? I think I worried that if I got a book deal or if I published a book that I would feel lost after that. And I don't feel that way. And I want to tell you why. Because I think that treating your dreams like something that has to be achieved once and then you're done isn't a healthy way to approach dreaming. And I know that it's weird to maybe say that, to say you have to have healthy dreams. But I think that's very true, because whether our dreams are realistic or unrealistic is the dividing line, however blurry, between delusion and dreaming. And I think that there's a line even between dreaming and ambition. And this harkens back to that phrase of, you can do anything you want if you set your mind to it. And I think obviously, intuitively, we know that that's not true. I can't want to go to outer space if something physically or about my health prevents me from doing so. I can't physically be the first person on Pluto if our technology doesn't support going to Pluto. I don't know why all these examples are about going to space. Maybe I secretly want to go to space. I don't want to go to space. It sounds terrifying, just to be clear. There is that line. Having a realistic dream means you can have ambition toward it, whereas having an unrealistic dream means that you're not going to be satisfied with whatever you do achieve. So realistic expectations is the bedrock of having an achievable dream. And so ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a published author. I wanted to write books. And now that I'm here in published author land, not much has changed. I still wake up, I still go to my day job, I still work on my book when I get home. My life is not drastically changed since my book came out. It hasn't even drastically changed since I got my book deal or since I got my agent. I've just had more work to do. And I'm happier doing that work, if not a little more nervous, because now there are expectations tied to my creative work as opposed to just my own ambition. So here's the key, is that a long time ago I decided my goal wasn't just publish a book, because I think that at some point I could do that. My goal was to be an author. It was to write books. It was to publish books. It was to tell stories. It was to share stories. And when you have a dream that is to do what you love or to enjoy what you do, that's much healthier than achieve a specific goal. Achieving a specific goal largely might be out of your hands. I mean, the fact that I'm a published author has more to do with my agent and my editor than it does me. Pete, my agent, is the one who chose to represent me. Phoebe, my editor, is the one who chose to work on my book. And the readers out there who are buying my book, they are the ones that chose to read it. And again, so much of that is outside our control. And so I never wanted to pin my dreams, my hopes, on something I couldn't control. Because if I can't control it, then I can't achieve it. Or if I do, it wasn't really me. And that's not to diminish the accomplishment or to diminish the work I put in towards getting there. And it's not about not having ambition or not shooting for the stars or Pluto. It's about being generous and kind to yourself. Because I never wanted to punish myself for not being able to achieve something when part of that control was in someone else's hands. Now that I've achieved my dream of becoming a published author, I get to keep doing that. I get to keep writing books, which I would do regardless of whether someone was paying me or not. And I just get to keep on doing that. I get to keep on doing what I love. I will feel successful if I continue to develop and grow as a writer. All of that to say, I woke up on January 7th a published author, and I was very excited. There's a whole video about how excited I was. Also, I didn't sleep a lot that night. I'm still excited. I'm excited every day. I get to work on my next book, which I'm in revisions for right now, and it's going okay. It's going great, good, I don't know yet. But what this is more than anything else is a note of encouragement for everyone out there who has big dreams. Be kind and generous and patient with yourself. There's no rush to do it now. You can't race to perfection. You can be deliberate about the steps you take, but you can't control the path you're on necessarily. There are a lot of other things out there that you cannot control, like your health, the choices of others, particularly where others decide to spend their time and money. And I know that holding this book should feel like the greatest and biggest accomplishment of my life. And to some extent it does, but to some extent it's just a single brick in a wall that I intend to build. And there's so much more in my identity than writing. There's singing, there's my day job, there's my obsession with detail, there's my absolute love of many television shows. There are a lot of things that I want to do in my life. There are a lot of stories that I want to tell, a lot of books I will write. Some of them you may get to read, some of them will remain in a folder on my computer, never to see the light of day. And that's fine, because ultimately, what's more important than success, what's more important than achieving a task, is enjoying and cherishing all of the steps that get you there. Because to be quite frank, you'll spend most of your life trying and moments of your life achieving. You know, my book came out at the stroke of midnight, January 7th. That was the moment I became a published author. But the rest of my life, I just get to be one. And after that moment, I go back to being a person who writes books. So I'm going to spend most of my time doing and only a fraction of my time achieving. Enjoy the journey, not necessarily the destination. And as long as you make the goal to enjoy the journey and to improve along it, then I think you'll always be successful. Okay, have I waxed poetic enough about achieving my dreams, becoming a published author, and enjoying my work? I think I have. So you know what time it is. It's time to get back to work. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. I put out videos about every Saturday about my writing process, my writing life, my lovely books that have just come out, and I will see you next time.